I see myself on the screen. Hello, weirdos and malafolks. How's everyone doing today? I am Doug, also known as Guslado, and Doug from Top Doug Design. I'm here today to paint some more gremlins. Because you know what? I'm having fun with the Angler keyword. And it is time for one of my favorite literary references. It's time for Aunty Mel. Which is going to be fun. You know, she's the best obsessed auntie hunting down her white whale. So yeah, how's everybody doing? It always feels like it's been forever since I've painted for y'all. So let's get started. So I'm going to start out, I'm going to do some stuff on her thing there, on the shell. Let's go with, yeah, I think I'm going to go with that orange color there. Maybe the flesh tone. Yeah, I'm going to go with the, it's kind of an orangey flesh tone. Because I pulled up a bunch of references. I mean, I'm like prepared today. I pulled up a bunch of reference images on like seashells. So that, you know, I can actually paint up the seashell with a realistic look to it, maybe. Or not. We'll see. But I'm excited. So here we go. All right. Just put that right there. So how's everyone been? I think I might make it a little more orangey. Do you want to be Aunty Mel when you grow up? Here's the thing. Growing up is optional. So you don't have to grow up. Just saying, you know. Yeah, that'll be a nice kind of base coat for the Uncle Bog is where it's at. Hey, oh, I'll probably be painting up Uncle Bog here pretty soon. I have not built my Uncle Bog yet. Kind of wanted to, you know, start with the core crew and then work my way out from there. So, also, I need Cervantes whenever he shows up. I don't think I might have Cervantes. I don't know if I have him or not. I can never keep track of which models I have or have not picked up. I frequently pick up multiple copies of the same thing because that's what we do sometimes. Yes, how's everyone doing today? I've been really enjoying painting these, the Angler crew. Because it's just, you know, something that I'm painting because I like the look of them. I have not had a chance to actually get them to the table. I have not even really looked at their cards too terribly much. I haven't played against them. I just like how they look. So I'm painting them for me, for funsies. I'm painting them for you. There we go. Yeah, I'll provide some nice kind of orangey undertones to the shell. So what has everyone else been painting up lately? Painting is lots of fun. I love painting, obviously. Clearly, painting is something I enjoy doing. Ooh, Harold Tull. He definitely needs your attention. Hay rate and conversion. Oh, nice. So I think the next crew I want to kind of start diving into, because I've been playing a bunch of Castor lately. But I think the next Neverborn crew I kind of want to start putting a little more time in with is Nikima. And I'm going to do a delightfully stupid list that I was watching one of my local guys play some Nikima the other day. And I realized that I don't think I have ever seen anyone actually use the drop from above trigger, where the top bomb thing. So I've decided I am going to build a list entirely around the top bomb. It may be incredibly stupid, or it might be the most amazing thing ever. Because I do, have this tendency of finding weird, stupid ideas that oddly seem to work somehow. Don't know how. I'm just weird like that. This one needs some stabbing. So, because a lot of the Nephilim have that fly with me bonus action, and most of them also then have the with that bonus action, they've got the drop from above trigger available to them. So, but it's the Black Blood Shaman and the Young Nephilim that have it actually built in. So I'm thinking, bring some Shamans, bring some Young Nephilims, and bring some Tots, and drop them from above. You do the top bomb thing. I have no clue if it will actually work at all. There's probably a reason I have not seen anyone actually do that. But I think it's delightful shenanigans and hilarious. So we shall see if that'll actually work. Still kind of in the planning stages of figuring out what might work in that crew. The last crew I kind of built with that, and I haven't gotten into the table yet. Last crew idea I built with that only had 2 soul stones left over. So obviously not a great crew, but kind of it's in the thinking phase. The figuring out where I'm going to where I need to add things in, maybe what of the stuff I can take out. Because I want, maximum shenanigans. Full maximum shenanigans. Let me adjust my light a little bit there. Is that a little bit better? Yeah. I really want to, try that out. I am very excited for the Nightmare Yedza crew that got revealed last week. That crew looks sick. The Skeleton King. Oh man, that's going to be fun as heck to paint up. So looking forward to that. Ever I get a chance to actually paint that up. But yeah, all this stuff we got coming out here, I'm getting excited for Gen Con. Because I will be there again. And I will be bringing my terrain. So you get to see all of that on the tables there. But I will also be running the Bonanza Brawl. So if you haven't signed up for the Bonanza Brawl yet, you totally should, because that's going to be good, delightful, fun shenanigans. You think I got shenanigans here when I'm painting? Oh, you should see the shenanigans at the table for Bonanza Brawl, because that is full shenanigans mode. But yeah, if you're going to be at Gen Con, come find me. I'll be around. Painting up Aunty Mel. Let's see. Okay. Let me clean this brush. The last year's Nightmare Crew and this year's Nightmare Crew, man, two back-to-back really great ones. I'm excited. And then there's the the Alt Eric Schodemer, which I always think of as the strong arm suit because that's what it used to be before he got a name. So that's a cool model. I'm looking forward to that, especially since Schodemer doesn't come in the standard crew anymore. So I don't have him just sitting around. What do we got? So let's. Okay. Let's do a little bit of. What colors do I want to go in there? Let's go with purple shirt. So that's purple. Well, I don't have any glitter, but I do use purple a lot. Well, the problem is, I think the problem with sparkles and glitter is the scale of the model. That on a small model like this, the glitter ends up reading as too big, which then ends up being, kind of awkward looking. I could see maybe using glitter on, like, say, a. Oh no, I'm talking it out here. So, like if you wanted glitter on a model, I think the smallest scale you could really go where glitter might actually work on it would be like maybe some of the iconic models. But even then, it kind of it might not just read properly. All right, let's go with some blue pants. Yeah, so purple. I'm going to do like the kind of white and blue striped pants there. Because in her artwork, she's got kind of the white and blue striped shirt. I think next to the white hair, that'll kind of get a little bit muddied up there. So I'm going to do white and blue striped pants. Yes, that's what I shall do. Let's see. Let's go with that blue. Yeah, it should be a nice blue for that. And Catherine Llama, I always take you seriously. No, it seriously is. I take anything. So there should be a certain, grain of salt to go with that. Because remember, there's only so seriously I take anything at all. So I don't take anything too terribly seriously. So. hopefully my local game store is going to get my Castor stuff in soon, because I'm looking forward to actually getting the real Castor to the table instead of having to proxy him. And having a lot of fun with Castor. Castor 2. Oh man, that dude is pretty much a one-man wrecking crew. There we go. All right, let's do a little work on her spear. Actually, let's go with. Let's enjoy that one for this. There we go. As I just paint all over my hands. Whee! It's all over the place today, apparently. Do, 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 do. Just white wood. Two. Let's take a look at that. All right, so it's wood up to there, and that's metal afterwards. Okay, cool. Yeah, Castor is going to be fun to play. Actually, using an actual model. I'm going to try out my stupid top bomb list. Got all the fun things to try. I'm going to actually take the metal parts and hit them with that as an undercoat, because then that will make it look a little bit rusty. There we go. Let's hit those little bells. Or weights, or whatever the heck those things are. A little bit of that so that I can kind of see them a little bit better. There we go. Yeah, this is looking forward to actually getting these guys on the table because they are not like, I mean, I don't play any Bayou crews, so hey, having a Bayou crew will be nice. I mean, technically I've got Zoraida, but I always think of her as Neverborn first and Bayou second. So, all right, let's take a look. Yeah, let's do some green on her then. There we go. All right, Aunty Mel. You kind of look a little blue-green when I do this, but that's okay. Because I'm going with other colors over the top of this. Let's get some good shadows started in there. From pretty deep in Appalachia, feel of the intersection of Bayou and Neverborn. That makes sense. A delightfully creepy kind of way. The Bayou and Neverborn. I always thought it's interesting that the gremlins have never really been considered Neverborn, despite the fact that they are, native of Malifaux. They are not Neverborn. They just live there, I guess. Interesting distinction. Life-size Bigfoot silhouette out of plywood painted black. That's awesome. Now that is a kind of a yard art I can get behind. Well, she may be native, but not. So the Awa, the Tiris people kind of do fit the out being, actual outcasts of society. Like they exiled themselves because of the stuff that Cherufe had done. So that does kind of make sense then. Let's see which one. Let's go with. Which pink did I like? Was that the one? Yes. No. Which pink will I start with? No. Let's go with Harlots. Okay. Yeah. That is what I wanted. For that little sea star right there. All right. Stretch a little bit. Yeah. Color shall I paint? You know what? It's actually kind of. Yeah, that'll work. A little bit more red than that. Yeah, I can use a little bit of this rosy shadow for starting that seashell there. Yeah, that'll work. Maybe. All right, I think that'll work. Yeah. I'm excited to be going to Gen Con. It's kind of always my favorite time of year. One of those times where I get to see people who I don't get to see other times a year. Just because they live on the other side of the country. But we all come to Gen Con and game together and have all the fun. In fact, have all of the fun. I know you'd think it's difficult to have all of the fun, but no. We managed to have all of it. All of the fun. Every last bit of it. Well, I will see you there next year then, because I will probably be there then too. It is my annual thing. So actually be the 10th year I have been to. This will be my 10-year anniversary of going to Gen Con. Went for the first time in 2013. And have not missed a Gen Con that happened since. Obviously, there was the year where there's the Gen Con that did not happen because COVID, but all the other years since then I have been. So it actually means that I learned about Malifaux for the first time 10 years ago, because that's when second edition came out. Gen Con 2023, Gen Con 2013. And that was the first time I went to Gen Con. So that's fun. Doing Malifaux stuff for 10 years now. Absolutely nutty. All right, let's go look at the seashell things real fast. Okay. I think using a kind of a flesh tone for the rosy flesh tone is actually a good call for this. I was worried it might not be. I think this will work out nicely. Yeah, before I logged in to start painting, did a little bit of looking up some source material for this. So looked up some photos of some seashells. Also looked up, the concept art for Aunty Mel, just to kind of see where that is, and the painted version that is in the Weird Web store. Just kind of get an idea of how other people have done it, and I'm going to do my own thing. Helps so you know, oh, so that's what that's made out of. So can't always tell just looking at a model. It's like, is this metal? Is this wood? Is this skin? What is this right here? And then I look at the concept art and go, oh, well, that makes more sense. So what's everyone else been working on painting up lately, or building, or etc.? I'm super busy and haven't been able to paint as much as I'd like to lately. It's because I had a couple busy weekends in a row. Good buddy of mine was moving out to Minnesota, and so we did a little going away thing for him. And then good Malifaux buddy was his. We were celebrating his birthday, kind of a birthday surprise celebration thing, and that was fun. Rented a lake, a little house on the river nearby here, and went and floated the river and played a bunch of board games. So that was cool. Which I've never. So it's very much a Texas thing, but in the I guess it's been 12 years that I've lived here, almost 12 years. I had never actually done the floating the river thing. Which, if you're not from Texas and don't know what I mean when I say float the river, there's a couple rivers around here that people just go and they rent intertubes, and then they float down them as a group, generally drinking lots of beer and just hanging out and having a fun time. And it turns out it's a lot of fun. It reminded me of doing like a lazy river thing at a like a water park. Except for this, you then also had a cooler. Its own, your cooler had its own inner tube, and it was full of beer. So that's glorious. No, the new. I used to go. Well, I mean, New River. That's more whitewater rafting. Like this, I've been on the New River. I used to go down there probably at once every couple of years to go whitewater rafting down there. It was definitely not whitewater rafting. This was very much not. It's much more chill. It's literally just inner tubes, where you just go and hang out and get drunk, but on a river. It's like a lazy river, but your tube has a cup holder, and you drink a lot of beer. Yeah, definitely. I went down to the whitewater portion of the New River a bunch. Alrighty, let's put a little bit of color into her hair there. It's been a while since I've gone whitewater rafting. That was lots of fun back in the day. Oh my God! Hi, Brandon! Hi! What's that? Oh my gosh! Hello! How are you doing? I'm excited to see you, sir. Hello! Hi, hello! Right, I'm gonna put a little bit of color on this. I just, read that as excitement. Because I'm excited to see you too, Brandon. I'm always excited to see Brandon. But I forgive you for the all caps. This time. All right. Let's see, what was I going to do? I'm going to actually, where did I put that dark? There it is. Just to kind of keep my head a little more grounded here. So, Brandon, what have you been playing lately? A lot of Anstuck. Nice. It has been a while since I've played against Von Stuck. Oh, Castor is tons of fun. I've been really digging playing Castor lately. I really enjoy what he brings to the table. I'm still kind of figuring out his crew. Just playing Rezzers at Gen Con. Nova and Lone Star, the Lone Star Photon. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. Oh, that we were getting some really nice numbers. I've been running in Neverborn, so not. I mean, yeah. Obviously, there's different thing. I'm assuming he's going to play a little bit differently in Rezzers than in Neverborn, obviously. But there's still just some nasty stuff he can do. He just goes and says, "Hey, you! I'm going to kill you." Yeah. The Whisper is just. The Whisper is the best faction upgrade in the game, in my opinion. Like intuition, such a good skill. Good ability, sorry. Skill, ability. Alrighty, let's clean up there. Yeah, God, the Whisper is just so. Oh, it's one of those things you love when you have it, you hate when you're not. Hey, thank you very much. Hopefully, I think I'll be able to get this one all totally finished up today, because just a 30 mil model, so I tend to get those done on stream. But hey, I'm looking forward to seeing you. Gen Con soon, woohoo! All right, let's see. I needed something for her teeth. Where to put that? Want this one, or did I want this one? I'm not quite sure. That one, or that one. Yeah, let's go with that one. Oh, I always Gen Con. And I'm running the Bonanza Brawl with other Doug. But not your Doug. The other Doug. There's too many Dougs now. So many Dougs. It's just confusing. I look forward to seeing you there, dude. It's going to be awesome. So many Dougs. So many Dougs. Three Doug B's now in the Malifaux community. It's kind of crazy. It amuses me. Alrighty. Well, before I get going too far on that face, I'm going to dot the eyeballs. There we go. Pigma Micron friend, Pigma Micron pen, you're my best friend. Yes, you are Pigma Micron pen. You make eyeballs possible. Alrighty. Let's start with other colors of green to kind of green her up a little bit more because she is definitely looking very blue-green at the moment, which is not the color I actually like her to be. Especially with green, I just like to get a really nice kind of deep shadow on it to start with. There we go. So that's starting to get closer to the green I want there. There we go. So it amuses me to no end that in the angler keyword, there are two very overt literary references. We've obviously got, Aunty Mel, who I'm working on here. And then we got Cervantes, who's a reference to Don Quixote. I find it hilarious that we have these literary references in the faction that, quite frankly, is probably the least literate faction. And we even have in 10 Thunders, there's the red library keyword now. And yet the literary references go to the bayou. That makes me chuckle. Oh, so very, very much. It also did make me a little bit sad when I was talking about how these were literary references, and a couple of the local guys didn't know what they were references to. I'm like, oh, you guys need to, learn some literature. But yeah, looking forward to Cervantes. That'll be a fun model to paint. Love the model. Love the reference. Big fan of Don Quixote stuff in general. Just such a fun tale. Oh, gremlins. You are so tiny. Tiny little people. Yeah. All right. All right. Stretch for a moment. Ooh. All right. Let's go with purple a little bit more. Where did I put the purples? Hello, purples. Yeah. Fun model. It's been a fun keyword across the board so far. Alrighty. Let's go with, let's see, I use that blue. She should probably do a little bit on her cloak here. So that's lots of fun. Okay. Let's go with that. Alright, so I should probably hit those with... What color was I going to hit those with? Yeah, that's what I'm going to hit her net with there. Kind of golden color, because I'm going to go up to rope with that. A lot of fun texture on this model. Lots and lots of fun textures. Net cloak of hers is a lot of fun. Definitely a cool look. Interesting texture to paint, though. Just want to get, make sure the overlay net is a different kind of color than the underline, but also want to make sure they're both properly highlighted. This could be interesting. I enjoy it. Do, 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 do. Now we're coming up on the time to start planning all the summer things. So obviously I got my Gen Con plans. Got to figure out my plans for Nova. I went to Nova Open for the first time last year and had a lot of fun. Not sure if I'll be able to swing it again this year or not, but we shall see. Painting up, Aunty Mel, painting up a gremlin. Do enjoy that Aunty Mel's got the whole white whale thing against one model of the enemy's crew. It's always fun. It's a cool little idea. I have no idea how well it does or does not work out, because I have not seen her on the table, seen Angler on the table at all yet. Well, across the table for me or on the table for me. I know I've seen other people play it, but not in games that I was also playing in. So, gotta figure out how to play it. Know they like tide markers, I guess. Played into Angler twice, but only once saw Mel. Yeah, I mean, they look like an interesting crew. I figure white whale, whatever is your opponent's favorite model. Go kill that one, because then they're sad. And to be fair, I don't know what she can or cannot declare white whale on. Like I said, I've glanced at the cards, but I definitely do not know them by heart or anything. Cost 7+. I'm assuming non-master, because that feels like a non-master kind of thing. Non-leader, okay. Or if, like, I bring, because I mean, I frequently bring Marcus as a second master. Hey, Jay, what's up, man? Enemy non-leader with a cost of 7 or more for white whale. Hey, Jay, how you doing? Glad you're able to stop by today. It's been a while, brother. Keep sharing those great looking models that you've been painting up there. That Sun Wukong you shared what you sent me the message with the other day. Really like how that dude turned out. Oh, congrats, man. That's, a big accomplishment. I need to get on that. So, been eating differently or been working out more? Kind of what have you been, what's your routine been? Hey, any amount that you getting down to healthy weight is a big accomplishment. And, dropping 44 pounds, that's impressive. Yeah, I always have a problem with the eating healthy thing because I really love food. Like, I really love food. That's awesome, man. Congratulations. Hopefully, you'll be able to make it down to Houston sometime for one of the tourneys again, or even just a Thursday night. Mostly same old, same old. Got a new car on Monday. My old car kind of died, so had to get a new car. My car finally showed up, so that's good. It's very exciting. Been driving the same car for like 12 years, so exciting to get a new car. Exactly. It's a big change. I mean, I'm definitely not used to the new vehicle yet because I drove my Altima for like 12 years, and so I'm very much used to that. Um, got a Subaru Forester now. It's a pretty big change because I've never had a SUV before. So it'll also make transporting all of my tournament terrain so much easier. Because for the drive to Gen Con and to LVO with it, man, my car was packed. Yeah. I've never. This is the largest car I've ever owned. So, I mean, I did. My family did have a van that I drove back when sometimes back when I was in high school. There's never been a car I've personally owned. Alrighty. There we go. I'm excited. It feels much fancier because it's got all high tech bells and whistles and stuff. Now, fruit snack. Yay, fruit snacks. Yep. Hello. Yes. Don't just greet me. Greet all the other people. I'm always happy when you're able to show up, though. This clove is gonna take a good long while because all of that texture there. But I want to make sure the inside looks good too. Hey, thanks for stopping by, even for just a few minutes. What are you planning on painting up next? More red library. Nice. I also haven't seen that on the table yet either. I think they have some. They're a really cool concept. The only red library character I've seen on the table is Mia, the one that's also Witness. So see her on the table a lot with Damien. But I think the whole idea. I've always enjoyed the lore of the Library of All Things. So it's cool that we're finally getting stuff involved with that in the game itself. Oh, thanks, Big Breakfast. Yeah, I went before I started the stream. I went and did pulled up a bunch of reference images of seashells to kind of find what colors would work best for it, and they tend to be kind of a lot of orangey pink undertones. And so I used a mix of the speed paints, the Crusader Orange, the Crusader Skin, and Fire Giant Orange. And then I started going over that with where to put that? The Rosy Shadow. Painting it with kind of actually a flesh tone. And then once I get a little bit farther along on some of the other spots here, I'm going to be highlighting a bunch of it up to kind of a bone color. Oh yeah, it's definitely not quite there yet. It's gonna definitely have some more. I haven't pushed it all the way to the full highlights yet. we have a tendency of kind of going around and doing everything to, about the same level of highlight and then going back and pulling it all together. Just because then I can kind of see how the colors are working together. Don't like to push anything all the way to, like finished too quickly. Because otherwise, that's the stuff I'm going to end up just splotting paint on. I have not. I mean, I don't mind the speed paint one. I did run into the only one I've had that was really doing the rehydration thing was the yellow. But I mostly end up just using it as kind of a filter over the top of things. Or like a base coat a lot of the times. Okay. So, hopefully, has anyone who's gotten the Speed Paint 2.0 is the hardened leather, because hardened leather, Speed Paint 1.0, might be my favorite color. So is the Speed Paint 2.0, is the hardened leather still good? Because this one, I love this color. Cool, that's good. It's just the coverage, it's dark in the right spots and light in the right spots, and just blends well. It's instant tree, I do. I have used Sand Golem some as well. I do enjoy that one. I mean, I'll probably make more use of them. I just need to actually take the time to sit down and figure out what all the colors what color they actually are, because the color they have on the label is not a very good representation of it. So what I like to do, if you look at any of my other paints, I take when I first get a new paint, I take it, put it on my palette, and just put a splotch of it onto the label. That way, I know what color it is when it's going to dry. Well, you can't really do that with the speed paints because this is a glossy label, and it just doesn't really work like that on there. So I need to just take and like 3D print a bunch of like heads or something, and then just paint them with some speed paints. Yeah, I always like to just kind of take it and paint it onto something, because you never quite know how a paint's gonna look when it's dried till it's actually on a model or something. Honestly, that's one of the great things about 3D printing. I can just find something, print it, and you know, you do it again and again and again. Like I saw a guy who they put little 3D printed skulls on top of every single speed paint bottle. I thought that was a great idea. I just haven't thought, had time to actually remember to do that yet. Right. So I mean, I also like they did the same thing with like the GW contrast paints when they came out. They just took a little 3D printed thing, put it on top of each of them there, and then just primed them and put it right, just painted it straight over top, just so they know this is what it's like straight out of the bottle. Because especially with the speed paints and the contrast paints, they do not look like they look like in the bottle at all. And certain, even my other paints, those don't always look exactly as they look in the bottle when they actually go and dry. So that's why I like to take a little bit of them and splotch it onto the label to just kind of let me look at it and just know, okay, this is the color this is actually going to dry as. Because on the palette, the rust brown looks if you look at it, the rust brown there looks a lot brighter than it actually dries as. So knowing where it's going, how bright or dark it's actually going to dry is very useful. I don't remember where I picked up that idea from, but definitely saw someone else do it and go, "Oh my gosh, that's such a great idea." Bygone chain title box, like, ooh, that's gonna be fun. Yeah, I think the Bygone models, those just look. I love that kind of ancient technology slash nomadic steps people. It's that delightful high technology meets low tech, or I don't know, I'm not describing it well. Fallen civilization kind of thing. I love that kind of concept. Like Atlantis or something. Kind of got, a big, strong Atlantis vibe going on there for me. Ooh, maybe I should look in. Oh, okay. I know how I'm doing them. I got to look into it. It's been a while since I've watched it. But that Disney animated Atlantis movie. Go with some of those, take a look at some of that stuff. I think that could be really cool, a really cool look for it. But it's been long enough since I've watched it. I've got to double check what the overall aesthetic of that is. I remember enjoying that movie. Assuming it's on like Disney Plus or something. Like I have no idea if it holds up or not. But if I remember correctly, Michael J. Fox was in that one. Doesn't hold up. Okay. Well, that's sad. I'll have to, go back and watch it though, because I think that'll be a cool aesthetic though. Oh, is Treasure Planet streaming anywhere right now? Because I have not seen that one in years. I remember loving that one. Oh, man, there's so many good things coming out right now to watch. I don't have time to watch all of it. The new season of Witcher came out, which that was cool. Obviously, there's a few. They didn't drop all the episodes at once, so waiting till I think the end of the month for the last of those to come out. The one that I'm really excited that's coming out, I think next week, and it's on Apple TV, is Foundation. So that's a great sci-fi thing that I think a lot of people kind of slept on it. Hey, well, I mean, have they started filming the next season yet? Because you know what? They could totally give, backup Hemsworth the boot. And just bring Cavill back. Till they film, nothing is set. So Foundation is basically it influenced literally everything you have ever seen that is sci-fi. We have Hemsworth at home. Oh. Oh. Oh, that's so mean. I love it. It's not Thor. Not Thor Hemsworth. But so Foundation is based off of the old Isaac Asimov series. And essentially, everything that you have ever loved of sci-fi is based off of that. It was the first series. I think he wrote it in the 50s. It was the first series to posit the idea of a galactic spanning empire of mankind. So basically, any of those, anything with, the grand alliance of humanity or whatever draws heavily from that. Star Trek does, obviously. Apparently, Frank Herbert. Well, so the main conceit of it is that and this is like within like the first couple of pages. So there's the galactic empire of mankind, and there's a person who has this crazy mathematical thing that he does, and he effectively, mathematically, it's called psychohistory, but basically, he can predict the future with math, and predicts the downfall of the empire. And this is, no spoilers. This is like within literally the first couple pages of the book, first few minutes of the TV show. And obviously, the Empire does not like this. But so they kind of go, hey, well, yes, humanity, the Empire of mankind is going to fail, but we have plotted a way to, instead of falling into 40,000 years of darkness, yes, and that is literally, yes, 40,000 years of darkness. It says that right there in the first couple of pages of Foundation. Yeah, straight up lifts from that. Yeah, a little bit. I don't know why the term 40,000 sounds familiar to people who do tabletop gaming at all. I have no clue why that would be familiar sounding. But so they plot a course to prevent the downfall of mankind for that long. There will still be a downfall, but they're going to lessen the blow. And they're going to do this by building the Foundation. And the Foundation's goal is to write the Encyclopedia Galactica. So if you're familiar with Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, it frequently references the Encyclopedia Galactica. Yeah, that comes from Foundation. Frank Herbert straight up said that Dune is his vision of what would happen to the empire of mankind if they didn't prevent the long darkness. It is literally the foundation of all sci-fi. Okay, maybe not all sci-fi, but so much modern of the sci-fi that you know and love. It's got its fingers in everything there. I mean, it's Asimov. Asimov was like kind of Asimov is to sci-fi what Tolkien is to fantasy. Yes. And so the second season of that coming out on Apple TV here, I think next week. So I'm very excited for that. Been going back and rewatching the first season again. And it loosely follows the books. So the thing with the books is that it does not really follow characters all that much. It follows kind of the course of humanity. And the characters there's not huge character development because they, have their time, they do their things, and then they are, part of history. And it moves on hundreds of years in the future. That it is not a character-driven story. It's more of a history-driven story. That is, it literally, like, hey, here's this chunk of time, and then it jumps a couple hundred years. And then here's this chunk of time, and then jumps a couple hundred years. Which, while that works great in a book, it does not. It is. I could see how that could be hard to film. So they take some of the characters from the book and kind of have them, go through time a little bit there with the whole, hypersleep stuff and things. But yeah. It's much more about humanity as a whole and less about the individual character. So what are those things made of on it? Well, those are kind of done in white. All right. Let's go and hit that with a little bit of metal now. That spear. Yep. Let's see which one's brighter. That one's darker. Okay. But it is a really great show. But it's one I haven't heard a lot of people, talk about. But I'm very excited for the next season of it. Got a really great cast, too. Got Jared Harris and Lee Pace. Kind of the two big name actors from it. I haven't seen or read Children of Time. I'm assuming it's a book, not a show. I'm gonna paint those things metal. Those like little metal floaty things. I don't know. For now, yeah. Well, there's lots of things that get. I mean, Foundation has literally taken them like 75 years. It was written in the 1950s. This one has been a long time coming, and it's kind of it's been viewed as one of those things that's just going to be tough to film because of how it jumps around through time and isn't, about the characters. It's about the history and the events, and the characters just happen to be there for them. Because TV just tends to be better when it's, kind of character driven. Work is totally overrated. Hey, thanks for the lurk, though. Under construction paints. Have you actually watched uh, Foundation yet? Alrighty. See, I did that for the lobster start out with. Palomino gold. Buckerkin pale for the keeping on going with ropes. Great model. So much detail in this model. Like all of these ropes. This is absolutely nuts. It's one of those surfaces though where I don't want to end up dry brushing it too terribly much. So I'm kind of doing a more of a wet overbrush so that I don't end up getting the light color into the area underneath the net. I want to have that contrasting look between the light and the darkness there. The darker inside, the lighter outside. Nice. Very cool model. And since she's painted up, she's going to, be able to get that white whale. Because painted models always flip better on the table. It's just science, I don't make the rules. Painted models play better on the table. That's not made up. That's just science. Science, man. I don't make those rules. So under construction paints, what have you been painting lately? I really enjoy the angler models. Fun models. Some water. Let's I'll do some of her hair a little bit more. That's kind of still in focus at the moment. It's not looking great. All right. Here we go. There we go. Let's get that going. There we are. A little too thin there. There we go. Let's try to get a little more depth on this guy there. for it. Down the skin. There we go. Coming along. All right. Getting closer. Getting closer to done on this. So I'm going to have to decide what to paint after this. What am I going to paint once I'm done with Aunty Mel? We shall see. I'm not sure. Maybe Uncle Bog? Still up in the air. Uncle Bog is a fun model. So I think that might be the next one I do. We shall see. I'm not certain. I haven't built Uncle Bog yet. If we have Cervantes, if I have Cervantes, might do that one next. I can't remember if I picked him up yet or not. So every Tuesday and Wednesday. And so Tuesdays we have Wojciech and Eleanor. And on Wednesdays it's me or Haunted Miniatures. We swap off weeks. So next Wednesday will be Haunted. I do not know what he's painting. But whatever it is going to look great because Haunted is a fantastic painter. As are all the other painters. They always feel very, very, lucky to be amongst their number. Yeah, follow Weird on Facebook, Instagram, etc. Anytime we're going live, it does get posted. Also gets posted in the news thread of the Discord channel. The Weird Discord channel. Oh, nice. I can't always remember what everyone else is painting up. To be fair, sometimes I have to double check what I was playing. When I'm like, oh, I said I was going to paint this week. Oh, right. I should make sure I'm ready to go with that. I'm not always. Oh, yeah, no problem. Yeah, some really talented painters here. And always good fun to watch. I haven't been tuning in as much as often myself lately when I'm not painting, just because I've been super busy and running around a lot more often. But hopefully, the next couple of weeks that should clear up a little bit more. We'll be able to come hang out and chat a little more often again. It's been a busy couple months here. The Waldo's Weekly that got shit. So, because I always paint on Wednesdays, we always have the Waldo's Weekly popping up, honestly, maybe about 10 to 15 minutes before I go live. So most of the time, I'm like, oh, what was it? I didn't get to see it. I got to glance at it today, kind of the design process they went through to design Teary. I really liked that insight into the design process from, concept to final model. Love that kind of work. It was really insightful and cool to see the thought process that went into it. Okay. Skin's almost done. Yeah, reading that made me really go, man, I need to pick up Kiri when that comes out. Just the aesthetic for Tiri is so cool. Very different aesthetic than really anything else we've got in Malifaux right now. So I really dig it. Let's get a little bit more of her hair on there. I think that should be as high as we need to go for her hair. I'm definitely looking forward to getting my hands on the Nightmare Yedza box and painting that up, because that looks cool as heck. One of the cool, last year's Nightmare box was amazing, and this year's is, continuing in that same really dark vein there. See, I haven't actually played her at all yet. I've played against her once. No, I played against her twice. No, I played against her once in Austin and once at Nova. Definitely an interesting master. A lot to keep track of what's going on. Paint it up, put it on the table. Have fun. That's what I do. All right. So, yeah, let's go with. Well, as I'm dropping things on the table there, let's go with a little bit more on her pants there. So there's still got about 10 left. $12. Go to that. All right, cool. I look forward to the Nightmare Box every year. I pretty much always get it. Yeah, Rezzers aren't really my thing either. I've kind of been predicting that the Nightmare Box was going to be Explorer Society this year, since we hadn't had an Explorer Society Nightmare Box yet. I mean, technically, Wild Ones is, but it wasn't originally when it came out. You know, it was Guild 10 Thunders when it came out, not 10 Thunders and Explorer Society. Yep, that's where my things are. And as far as other things I got coming up, we've cool, exciting stuff. Really starting to do the big push for the Lone Star Fodown Malifaux GT. We got that I'm hosting here in Houston. As of last I checked, we've got 22 tickets sold for that so far. So it's gonna be a pretty sizable tournament. We ended up having 26 last year. We're still a couple months out, so it's going to be October 13th through the 15th. Aiming to be the largest Malifaux event, not attached to a convention. Because it's nice to do something where it's not attached to a convention, because, then housing isn't as expensive, tickets aren't as expensive. Everything's just a little bit less expensive then. Having it at Dragon's Lair in Houston, which is an absolutely gorgeous gaming store. It has done so much for the community. I really enjoy it. The Lone Star Fodown Malifaux GT. If you go to my socials there, that link tree, if you go to topdogdesign.com, under events, it'll be there. So like I said, we currently have got 22 people signed up for it. Even crazier is 14 of those are from out of state. So we're going to have a solid turnout. And I, a couple weeks back, posted we've got a giveaway of a Fate deck, custom Fate deck that I designed for it. That you get for free if you register before August 25th. Oh, that would be awesome. Yeah, let me know if you're coming. But yeah, the excited that I was able to get approval to do a Fate deck for it. The only way to ever get the Fate deck is to come to the tournament and register before the 25th, because I cannot sell it. I've been wanting to do a custom Fate deck for a long while. I figure it's a nice incentive to get people to register early so I know what the numbers are going to be. And then I can tell all of my awesome sponsors, hey, this is what my numbers are going to be. They can go, awesome. We'll give you all of the awesome prize support because you're so awesome. Your players all registered early. That's how it works. The earlier people register, the more awesome stuff I can give y'all. Oh, goodness. I just knocked her over. Let's see. Which one was that? Yeah. Okay. Hey, that's what I wanted. Oh yeah, I love you. Glad you like that. Yeah, and that's artwork that I made when I'm not super fast when it comes to doing 2D artwork, but I do enjoy doing it. And so yeah, if you want the Fate deck, register before August 25th. That way I've got time to actually, get them printed. Because also getting cards printed is not cheap. So I don't want to have, 100 if I only need, 40. Yeah, we had 26 players last year, and obviously we've got several months to go here, so I am anticipating an even bigger turnout this year. It's going to be cool. I'm excited. That's not terrible. I mean, I do a 22-hour drive to Las Vegas every year, and I'm going to be making a 17-hour drive up to Gen Con in just a couple weeks here. So you should do it. Do it, do it, do it, do it. We are international. We've even got players coming down we've got players registered from Canada and players registered from Puerto Rico. So it's super exciting. People from all over the place. Exactly. Do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. Aunty Mel says you should come to the Faux Down. But it's going to be really fun. I have a blast running that event. And it's, yeah, fantastic fun. And a wonderful game store that really takes care of us. So, all right. So she's not quite finished up. I think she's looking pretty solid there. Look at that. Ooh. Yeah, wrapping up here. Really, just kind of final detailing on her is all that's left. But yeah, thank you everyone for tuning in. I'm not sure what I'm painting next time. We shall figure that out. I think I might be doing Uncle Bog or something else from this, or I don't know. So yeah. But I hope to see you at the Lone Star Photo Down, or tune in next time we do a painting thing here. But yeah, that is Aunty Mel. Ooh. Loving how she's looking. But hey, thanks for tuning in, everybody. And stay weird, everyone. I'll see y'all next time. I'm going to dance till I disappear from the screen. Thanks for tuning in.